Today we're going to talk about our new software called the Powerful Tote Factor. This was actually an idea based on an idea by Mark Kramer. Now Mark Kramer, who all of you know, is probably one of the most prolific handicapping writers of all time. He didn't really write or hasn't really written a lot of systems per se, but his ideas, some of his ideas are so prolific. I mean, things that people never ever thought of before, and sometimes they're very, very simple. But a lot of his ideas have been used to build systems upon, and that's pretty much what we've done with this one. He had called his original article the Tote Factor and its inverse. And what he had discovered was that when he was looking at horses that dropped in odds, and simply, again, he first of all looked simply at horses that dropped in odds from their previous race and won today's race. And he found some rather amazing stats. He looked at 489 winning races, and 300 of those winners had a significant odds drop from the last race to today's winning race. So in other words, if you're looking at the past performances, you look at the horse's last race, he's 12-1. Today, regardless of the reason, let's say he's 5 or 6-1, that is significant. So it means even on the morning line, even if it's just a morning line rather than actual odds. But again, if you're actually watching the tote and there's a significant drop down, or if you just want to look at the morning line, let's say he was 12-1 in his last race again, and today's morning line is 5-1 or 6-1. That's significant as well. But what he found that it did was produced a large number of good priced winners. He also looked at horses that were the same odds or no meaningful odd drops, and out of the 489, 79 won. And horses with a significant odds rising in class won 110. I'm not rising in class, I'm sorry, rising in odds, won 110 of those races. But amazingly, you'd think these horses would pay the biggest prices, but that wasn't the case. The horses that had the significant odds drops, and again, it can be from 20 to 13-1 or 11 to 8-1, but anything that's, say, 20, 25% lower odds is very, very meaningful in today's race when you compare it to the odds from the last race. So at any rate, that's the basic idea. And what Len did, he took this idea and he added quite a few other items to it, identifying some different odds patterns and adding some other handicapping factors in, and came up with a really great program, which again we call the Positive Tote Factor. The nice thing about this one is most of the systems or methods that identify insider or stable action that are looking for smart money and money going down from insiders, most of those you actually have to look at the tote board and compare pools and everything. With this particular system, that's not the case. Like we say here, the Positive Tote Factor cuts right to the chase without requiring the handicapper to watch the tote action. And it does so, again, beginning with the simple concept of the odds drop, and then, of course, adding some other factors. But there's other information here on why insider money is so important. One of the interesting things he says is that over the last 30, 40, well, let's say 20, 30 years, a lot of young people have come into the game as owners, and a lot of these younger people have been handicappers before. And so when they have information from their training, and again, these are young people usually, and young, we're talking under 50, okay? People that, and they usually have money, obviously, if they own horses, but that they tend to bet a lot bigger, and it reflects in the betting action. And the reason the owners do this, and these owners aren't stupid, they bet when they feel they've got a really good chance of winning, and that information they likely get from the trainer. So again, that's the whole concept of this. And as Mark says, the tote board is an underrated tool. no matter how much information the DRF or BrisNet, any past performances, can cram into the past performances, there will always be things we do not know. The tote board hides many of the answers. And again, with this methodology, this method actually exposes a lot of those questions, answers a lot of those questions, and gives us a system that's very, very predictive, and also gets some very, very nice prices. So basically, this is what the screen looks like. It doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter whether it's a large track or small track, or what kind of races you're talking with, as long as that odds drop is present. Overall, here's a $15 winner, $10 winner, and again, which isn't in. Here's a horse, 6-horse field, and a $25 winner. One of the amazing things about this method, the more we've looked at it, is its ability to come up with good prices in very short fields, 5 or 6 horse fields. It just seems to have a knack of finding those kind of horses. Overall, what we found was around a 34%. Again, it varied probably anywhere from 31 up to 37, 38 at different tracks, but overall about 34.3 win rate, a win place close to 50%. And the average win mutual was around 831. So again, if you stick to the plays that are the best bets that are at odds of say 7-2 or better, it returns a very nice ROI. Also, the nice thing about this, with this program, when you purchase this, it's only $97. We're also including the point count getter software. We call it the point count contender getter software. And this is a really, if you really love consistency, you like to do, say, place or show parlays, or you just plain like to cash bets, this is a really, really interesting piece of software. We were going to sell it separately for $88, but we have so much on the plate. We have so many pieces of software out there. We just hate to have to come up with a new one every week and say, oh, here's another one for $80 or $70. So we'd rather just include it as a freebie. And this, again, this is really a nice program. We show a card here. This is based on the summary bets on the program. At Churchill, with 5 wins in 2 seconds and 2 horses that ran out. And there was actually a couple decent prices in here, $10 and a $9. But again, overall, your prices are going to be shorter. Again, because it's a consistency program, but it's great for using the horses for singles, using the horses as keys in your exacta, trifecta, etc. And again, it's totally no charge for this. And again, this particular card, as we say here, this kind of results are kind of the rule rather than the exception. Many cards you get 3 or 4 winners on out of 9 races, and most of the horses will hit the board. So again, if you're a place or show parlay, this is a great program as well. Basically, this is the point count contender we were telling you about. And here's the card we analyzed, the Churchill card. You can see it. So here's a horse came in second. Horse came in second at good odds. Horse won. Horse won. Horse won, $10. Horse won, $9. And then the horse in the last race won too, I think at $6. But again, this is a great program, and it well worth the $88 we were going to charge for. But for free, it's really a great deal. And basically, you're getting a really superior program when you get the tote factor. So again, you can take a look at our website. All of these programs both of these are listed on there. And you can take a look at the analysis and some of the other screenshots, etc. And if you have any questions whatsoever, you can give us a call or email us. Thank you so much.